vector function. I said vector function, okay, is a mapping from point to a vector. Vector function or a vector field is a mapping from point to a vector. That point can be two-dimensional or three-dimensional, I said. Okay. Now see this. Now see, this is an example of a agricultural field, right? So in agricultural field, okay, on the land we seed, we put some seeds, right? And each seed will grow into plant, okay? So for every point on the land, okay, one plant is growing, okay? At every point on the uh, agricultural land, one plant is growing. So there is a one mapping from point to the plant. There is a one mapping from the point to the plant. Therefore we call it as a agricultural field or paddy field. Okay, in mathematics, our we are mapping a point to a function. We are mapping a point to a function. That function can be a vector function or a scalar function. Okay, if it is a vector, we call it as a vector field. Okay, basically scalar function or vector functions, they are all function fields. This function field can be classified as scalar field as well as vector field. Okay, so this is a previously I have shown like this. Okay, x, f bar of x, it's a function field f bar. Is it okay? So is it making some sense? Can we call this collection of vectors as a field, vector field? Okay, you see some more examples. See, this is a velocity vector field. Okay, at every point the wind velocity may change. Velocity is a vector which has magnitude as well as direction, right? At this point the wind direction is like this. At this point the wind direction is like this. Now you can see vectors of varying lengths. Why? Because its magnitude also may change. Okay, so the longer the arrow mark is the larger the magnitude. Okay, so there are okay, the collection of all points. So each point is associated with a vector. So all these vectors put together forms a field called a vector field. This vector field we call it as a velocity field or velocity vector field. Okay, now you can see in the next example. Okay, this field may change from time to time, right? So this is taken on 20th February 20th, and this is taken on February 21st. Now you can see the field is changing continuously. The field is changing continuously. So big. Okay, so it may change with respect to time also. It may change with respect to position also. Okay, and suppose you have a pipe. Okay, if some fluid is flowing through this pipe. Okay, at each point there is a velocity vector. Okay, collection of all these points forms a again a velocity field. Okay, and there are some more examples like on oceans, stream velocity. Okay, these are the directions. Okay, different places of the sea. Okay, and this is a gravitational field. You know it, gravitational force is always acting towards the earth. Okay, so at each point certain amount of gravitational force will be acting along the towards the earth. So collection of all these arrows, forms a gravitational field. Okay, similarly you can have electrical field, magnetic field, electromagnetic field, right? So this field can be two-dimensional field. This field can be a three-dimensional field. Okay, okay, if the point is from r square is xy plane, right? Then you will get a two-dimensional field. If the point is from r cube, okay, you'll get a three-dimensional field. Okay, each point in the plane is associated with some vector. Okay, we are denoting vectors with f bars, right? So in books, either it is written as f or with bold letter f. Whenever you see bold letter f, that itself is denoting that the function is a vector function. Okay, Now this is an example. F of x comma y equal minus ya plus xj. Okay. So how do we plot the field? Suppose if we want to plot the vector field manually. Okay. Let us demonstrate with an example. Let us say this is 1. This is 1. Okay. This is 2. This is 2. This point is 1 comma 2. This point is 1 comma 2. At this point I want to write down the direction. I want to associate a direction. So what is f bar of 1 comma 2? F bar of 1 comma 2 according to this definition is minus 2i plus j. Can you see that? Minus 2i plus j. Where is minus 2i plus j? This is minus 1. This is minus 2. So this is minus 2i plus j is nothing but the ordered pair minus 2 comma 1. Minus 2i plus j is nothing but the ordered pair minus 2 comma 1. So this is minus 2, this is 1 means minus 2 1 comma 1 is here. And what is the direction means this is the direction, right? This is the direction of the vector. Okay. And now you know without changing the direction and magnitude, I can move this vector from here to anywhere. So same direction you put here. Okay. So what is f of 1 comma 2 means minus 2i bar plus j bar. What is the direction of the vector at this point 1 comma 2 means towards this direction. Is that okay? So like that we can plot these vectors at various points. Okay, and you'll get a vector field. Okay, but manually plotting might be difficult. Okay, so you may write some program. Okay, some in mathematical software, some of the mathematical softwares which we call it as computer algebra systems. Okay, which will plot these in 2 dimensions or 3 dimensions. Okay, so these are some of the examples. Okay, of the uh, okay vector functions, 2-dimensional vector functions generated by the mathematical softwares. Okay, and these are all some more examples. See, the orientation is, see the orientation, and this was done at various points. Actually there are infinitely many points, but softwares cannot draw a vector at every point. So to get some idea, it took some discrete points. Okay, and at those discrete points the arrows were drawn. You're able to follow? Okay, are you following?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
this is an example of a 3-dimensional vector, right? See f of z xyz equal to zk bar. For